Test, test. Test. Okay, here we go. My one and only viewer. Yay! Launching the game now. I may end up having to put you on mute temporarily in case family comes by and they always want something. So, okay, here we are. So, going up to my tower real quick to show you the lay of the land. Okay, so go over everything that we've done so far. Space elevator there, all the way up, maxed it out so far. This right here, all my copper production. Definitely not fully optimized. As you can see, I got backlogs, mostly because I've got chests or the storage crates already done in full. Still need to optimize that, but it works and I've got a surplus, so not terribly concerned at this point. Right here is my biofuel production. Biofuel is best right now until I can get my oil production up and going, which I'll show you that here shortly. Concrete production right here. So that's a Mark II drill. This is a Mark III conveyor going to 3 Mark I conveyors, and then so forth. This one is fully optimized, works great. Right now it's backed up because my steel production is super slow. Steel production is all the way over there. Those are the machines. I do have my coal generators right here. I do have more at another outpost. I'll show you that here in a minute. And then all the rest of this on the hill is my iron. This is strictly screws over here with the alternate recipe for 2 iron ingots makes the screws, so that works out just fine. And here I've got screws and rods making rotors. So I got a thing of rotors. You can see it coming down right there. These are all rods, and then these are plates. Just normal plates. I do have down over just on the other side of these storage crates the reinforced plates and the what are they called? The square cube things. Go look at it right now. That's new. Huh. I have no idea who this is. Hello. Wake up. Yeah. So we got a visitor. Might be getting inspected, I guess. I don't know. That's just really weird. So here is my iron plates. Again, these are definitely not optimized. And then here I've got my modular frames. That's what they're called. Modular frames. So got a fair amount going. So doing pretty good. These are not going at all because they're just passing through right now to go over there. So as soon as this fills up, this will start filling up. I do need to optimize this a little bit better, but that'll be coming shortly. Again, my steel over here. So this is making the stators I need for the electric motors. Here's my pipes. These are pipes, and then those are my steel beams. My encased steel beams are right here. So here's my encased steel beams. I got a fair amount going there. And then definitely have a lot of motors, so got a nice stockpile of those. Okay, come over here real quick. This is my coal generation. So I take a line of coal and put it through to two of the foundries to make steel. So I've got a splitter up at the top up here near one of the iron deposits. Bringing iron all the way down on this and bringing in coal from over here as well. So I do have a programmed truck, which, oh, there it is. You can see it at the top of the bar moving. So it should be coming up here shortly. Depositing in here. So on the back side here, I've got some multiple splitters going every which direction. Best way I can do it for the time being. And then one thing I found out about the truck is you've got one output and two inputs. The two inputs, one of them is for the fuel, which is right here, and then the rest is for the inventory. So if I were to pump coal back in here, it would just fill this all back up. It wouldn't go anywhere. So because this is my unloading dock, I don't have anything going into that other one. So we'll wait for the truck to come up here, and then we'll hitch a ride over to the my coal mine depot. See, here it comes. Although I am going to have to go stand over on this side. Whew. Make sure I don't get hit. So once it passes, so it takes out all the coal that I've got. It has a fair amount of coal built into it just from how much I'm producing. I'm definitely not using as much as I'm producing, which is handy. So I'll have it wait there for just a minute in case I need it to do anything, and then it powers on back. It is purely powered by coal, which is very handy. Okay, here we go. Oh, I missed it. Ooh. There we go. So it makes me look like I'm walking, but I'm just riding the truck. The sugar cube, as it's called. When you have these kind of set up, it is very nice and handy to ride them, because you've already got the pathway set, and monsters won't attack you. And if they do attack you, they can't reach you. So I had to draw power all the way back here to get the initial power going, and it's very useful to make sure that all of my power grid is on one grid. That way I can tell if something stops, I can fix it. So here is my alternate coal mine. Well, I shouldn't say alternate, but it is my coal mine. I've got two miners, one there and one here, and then I have 7, including this stack here, coal generation for coal. I did upgrade to the level 2 or the Mark II power poles, so these can actually hold 6 connectors. Very, very useful when you're doing this, so I can actually get a bunch of these things just using several poles. So that will be, it is more expensive to do, but late there, buddy. But the good news is I've got 550 right now, and I'm only consuming about, between 150 and say 200 megawatts. That will jump up once I start producing and start optimizing things. Again, these are not optimized for perfect consumption. In fact, I probably could turn some of them off, but with all the resources right now being infinite for the time being, I'll just keep it going. And again here, you've got your coal. I do have one going in here, so excuse me. Every stop it gets filled up with fuel. So you can see right here it's filling back up. So makes it nice. And most of these are Mark II belts. I think that's a Mark I because it's just going into the fuel bin. so it doesn't have to be anything spectacular. And so that's currently my power gen. I am working on oil, and we'll run back there real quick. It's going to be a long trek, but you'll get to see some of the northern forest environment as we go along. Like I said, had to drag power poles and power lines all over the place, trying to make it effective and keep it to one side where crossing over only where I need to, so it's out of the way, just to get that initial jump start. Here comes a truck for a return trip. We got its way because it does not stop for anybody. And we'll go visit my oil depot. One nice thing is in this particular area there is a cave back here. Right down through here. Only found a very small spider, but it was at the very beginning when I was first building and clearing all this out. Was not prepared for it. Not at all. I thoroughly hate spiders in this game. They're creepy. I don't like them. Oof. Okay. And then I did build the bigger truck, so we're actually going to take that. I did have one of my buddies join into my game, and we attempted to ride this with multiple people. It did not work out very well. Just about flew off down through that ravine. Again, I had to do the power lines this way as well for the initial jump start. Small bridges here and there just to make it easier to transport. And there's my oil rig, my offshore oil rig. So I'll come back to that here in just a minute. I'm going to show you the actual oil deposits. So over here are the actual deposits. This far one is a pure node, so it generates 240 barrels per minute. And then this node right here is, I think, just a normal node, and that gets me 120 barrels per minute. So I'm basically producing 360 barrels a minute. Oh, what are you doing? Why are you stuck? Yeah, I think the vehicles are still bugged. But if you jump on their wheels, you can move them. Like that. I am so strong. Look at me go. Okay. And now I'm safe. Oh. I think I know what's wrong. I think I'm out of fuel. Derp. We got some more biofuel. Okay. But good to know that you can move your own truck if you ever get stuck. Or run in... Oh my god. Run into immovable trees. Okay. So now I'll show you the current iteration of my offshore mining drill. Or refinery, rather. Okay. So I've got 6 refineries. Each of them are 50 megawatts to run. So these ones that are set to generate fuel are turned off at the moment because I just don't have enough power, and I don't want to build more coal generation. This platform will end up being the fuel production. The fuel production, I still have to research which is what this expanded power infrastructure is for my milestone. I do know that those fuel generators are massive. I believe they're a 3x3 grid, so 9 tiles total. They're freaking huge. However, they produce 150 megawatts each. So by having 2, I can get rid of 6 coal generators, if I wanted to. Eventually, I'll probably end up having some additional generators out over here, maybe make another platform. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. The other two, or other four rather, I've got two opposite each other making rubber, and then two making plastic, as you can see. I will have them all piped out over here. Yeah, they're clipping a little bit here and there. Not the most ideal, but it doesn't look horrible. Could look better, but it's not horrible. And then those will actually go out on over here, where I will have another truck stop and pipe all those back to the base. Along the way, I'll end up having railings or walls, something to prevent the trucks from falling off, barring glitches or bumps or something like that. So I'll try to make it as safe as possible to make sure everything gets in there. So these are all Mark III conveyor belts, just because there's so much being produced at the pump stations that these things just move all the way through. And then of course this right here is 200 megawatts just between these four that are actually operational, and actually was able to keep them stable for the most part. So jumping up another 200 puts me at almost 400 megawatts, maybe a little over. So as long as I can generate plastic and a little bit of rubber to create what I need for the computers, I should be good. In fact, I'm going to take some of these. And actually you can see some of this going now. This line should be feeding that over there. There we go. It moves pretty quick. And when I get all three going, it should move really, really well. Again, I've got a Mark III going into 3 Mark Is. If I did the math right, that should work out just fine if and when they are all going at the same time. Should work out really, really well. Shouldn't be any backlog. So. Okay. As you can see, it just kind of goes all the way down. I thought about shipping all these over to the other location, to the main base, but I figured why not just lots of space right here out on the water. Ooh, careful. Out on the water. And why not use it? It's kind of pretty. Very relaxing. Okay, done relaxing. Okay, we'll head back to the base. I need to get some of these milestones done. So, head back there. Ooh, be careful. This is where it gets really super sketchy. Again, I'll probably end up putting some type of wall or fence or guard or something along here so that the truck, whichever one it is, whether it's this one or if it's something else, to prevent it from falling off. So right now I can't get this truck over to the other side. I'm gonna probably end up building a bridge over through this direction, but right now I'm not too terribly worried about it. I do have a Caterian mine, which is basically what gold is in this game. Oops, wrong button. Gold, this right here, Caterium ingots. They are used for creating quick wire, and I'll show you down here. You can actually build a supercomputer. Where's right here. So, supercomputer is a bunch of stuff. So 2 computers, 2 AI limiters, a couple high-speed connectors, and then lots of plastic. High-speed connectors is plastic, cable, and the quick wire. A limiter is circuit boards and quick wire, and then that actually will net me something through the man. So I can do that as well, but I need 10 of those suckers. So that's an end game piece I'm not going to be completely worried about. So now through all my travels and everything, I have found quite a bit of different types of slugs, and things like that. Found a purple, a couple of yellow, and a whole bunch of green. I haven't converted them yet because, again, I'm not fully optimized and I'm not set up to be doing that just yet. I want to try to get as much of the content done and get everything unlocked as I can, and then I'll rebuild the entire base using, like the Mark II poles and stuff like that. Okay, I gotta take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I might have to step away again real quick. Family's got some friends over and might need my help on a couple things, so might just have to step away for a brief moment. Okay, where were we? Anyways, I got a Caterium mine that is actually pulling. It's not connected to anything. It's just basically a drill and whatever these things are. I forgot them already. Smelters, just generating ingots. So, we can run back there real quick because what's my inventory at? How am I doing? I can pick up a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let me empty some stuff real quick. Oops, almost went the wrong way. So in this chest here, I got a whole bunch of other stuff that I found through travels. I've got sand ore, a whole bunch of raw quartz, a couple things that don't even have textures yet, so I'm assuming they're going to be added in the game later. Silica, lots of silica, heat sinks, and batteries. And then of course I've got sulfur as well, and some bauxite. So, and of course I've got, oil and other stuff I picked up. I haven't really looked through most of this. And then over here I just kind of keep all my organic stuff. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Or that. Good lord. So do that and that. Okay. I have iron ore and stuff like that just from random stuff, readjusting belts and all that kind of thing. Alright, so let's go visit the Caterium mine. And that's actually how you pronounce it. The game, when you find one, it has you research Quickwire. So that's actually how you pronounce it. It is pronounced Caterium. So check my phone real quick. Okay, there we go. It's be a slight journey. Going through here. Nice little oasis right here. There is a cave right back there, you can see it. Oh, get away from that thing. Right through there, there's a ton of spiders in there. No thank you. Not going to do it. Couldn't pay me to go in there right now. There is no armor in the game yet. Supposedly that will be added, but we'll see. So as you can see in my compass, direction bar, whatever you want to call it, you can see the two beacons I put down. One for the Cateria mine and one for a pure quartz mine. Pure quartz mine is actually way down there, near the desert. So I did some exploring as well. Ooh, slug. Did not know that was there. Grab him on the way. So anyways, this entire forest, northern forest, is surrounded by desert. You have kind of like a, I almost want to say like a savanna type desert off to the west. The north is really hilly and mountainous desert, and then the kind of northeast to east is like sand desert. So ends up working out pretty nice. This is also Caterium. Excuse me. Just a sec. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. This is a normal Caterium ore. However, it does have these big boulders on here, which I am going to assume, because I see these all over the place, that they are going to be breakable or destroyable in a future update. So, they're like all over the place. Some of them are hiding secrets. I found there's quite a few that are have slugs or something underneath them, or some of the other artifacts. I can't break them or do anything with them yet, but I'm assuming that's what the bauxite, the aluminum, and the sulfur is going to be for, is to make gunpowder. And then from there you can create dynamite and explosives. Again, that's just my theory, but that's what everything's pointing to. So, alright, so again, I just got a simple miner here, you know, smelter there and box there. Makes things real easy, but I have a lot of Caterium ore. So I'm perfectly set for the future for any of the supercomputer stuff I need. Eventually I'll probably end up piping this over or getting a truck station out here and just moving it. Probably end up doing a conveyor belt just because it's fun. The trucks are cool and all, but sometimes they're a pain in the butt trying to migrate through, navigate through terrain and other obstacles and stuff like that. So, Pure Quartz Mine is just right on the edge of the cliffs that are over there by the desert. It's actually kind of a hidden mine that I ended up stumbling onto while I was trying to just explore around a little bit. So, but it's good to know that they're there. I've started marking caches, which is where you get the hard drives, which the hard drives allow you to get alternate recipes for common recipes that you would normally have. So for instance, like the screws. Normally screws are done with rods, iron rods, and I found an alternate recipe that allows me to build them for 2 iron ingots, which saves me a whole bunch of power, a whole bunch of steps, and produces just about the same amount of screws that I would normally get with the rods. So they're definitely worth going out and looking. In fact, I might be able to show you a couple of them. I grab an assembler. So on the recipes here, so in fact I've got an alternate for encased. So if you look here, whoops, nope, stop, didn't mean to do that, motor. So if I'm looking at the encased industrial beam, right here it takes 18 steel pipe and 10 concrete. If I do a normal encased, it's 4 steel beams and 5 concrete. And that gives me 1 beam. This gives me 3 for that. So I don't even need to make steel, what are they called? Steel beams. However, the steel beams are needed for your tier 3 conveyor belts. So I need to make them anyways. Right now I think I've got this one turned off. Yeah, I've got it on standby right now. I needed a surplus of steel beams going, so that's why I've got them, because I know I needed a whole bunch of tier 3 conveyor belts. So, and got a couple of watchtowers kind of around the place just to be able to give myself a good view in case I need to kind of readjust or place things. Some of them, like this one here, I can actually get from there onto this natural arch formation, and I can actually walk all that way down over there. It does get a little sketchy around in this part because the texture is a little bit off and weird, as well as the model, but it works. So you can see rotors going in here, again making the motor with the stator. So stator production is pretty slow, but again, with everything going into storage containers, I can easily pick up. Really, the only thing that I don't have enough of are the reinforced plates. I just don't have a really good production coming out of these storage buffers going into this. So what I'll probably end up having to do is creating another splitter, a couple splitters here, moving this out a little bit. Now I've got some space, and creating a second one that will go into this as well. So I can actually have 2 assemblers with the reinforced iron plates. So, and then once I start getting the oil production going, I can actually work on getting, excuse me, getting the computer parts working. So with the computer parts, I need to be able to do circuit boards. Circuit boards are really, really big, and then I have to get a manufacturer and get that down so I can actually start automating the production of computers. Because I've found that most of the higher tier stuff requires a lot of computers. So we'll take a look real quick at what is required in a computer. It's not as bad. Oh, God, this guy freaks me out every time. What are you here for? Get. Oh shit. I killed him. Can I revive you? Should I revive you? Can I drag you to the water and no one will ever know you're here? Shit. I don't know what to do. Afraid cops are gonna come for me now. Let's revive him. Ooh. Is he a mirror of me? Well, I'll just say. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who this is. But they've got the Blade Runners on like I do. So, by the way, Blade Runners are freaking fantastic. Allow you to move faster, jump higher, and actually takes a butt ton of damage being absorbed when you jump off of really high things. So, for instance, coming up here, jumping off this, and you're just going straight down, typically would give me some kind of damage. Didn't even do anything. So, and with these things on, you can basically do a single jump onto this size of container. Definitely make it easy to get on top of your splitters and your mergers. So this is just a simple bus. Also, I forgot to kind of mention this earlier. Simple bus. Tried to make it a little easier to get in and out of things, so I raised a whole bunch of things up. still, again, stuff needs to be optimized, but it works for now. I can get through without having to jump over tons of conveyors. Doesn't always look the greatest, but it ends up coming together pretty nice. You know, right about here. So anyways, conveyors going into storage crates. Crates then disperse out based on that. Again, I don't have any copper over here. All my copper is sitting over here for the time being. But yeah. So that's my build and stuff so far. I've got lots of room to expand in this area. I've got another limestone node here, and then I've got 2 pure iron nodes over there and over there. So I've got a total of 5 nodes over here. 3 or 4 of which are actually pure nodes, which is really freaking fantastic. Only 1 copper node right now, which again is over here. Oops, right there. If I try scanning for copper, it's not around anywhere. I got that one right there. Just nowhere to be seen. Anywhere close. Found a whole bunch out in the desert, which is nice. You know, I got, you know, a kilometer that way, another kilometer, a little over a kilometer that way. Yeah, just those 3, and that's it. So that was the first thing I started building, just so I can get enough of a surplus in for these between my cables and wires. So this needs to probably need to pause over there, let this replenish. Again, cable, I'm doing great on cable. So, and again, any of the bio stuff I pick up, you know, wood goes down here, leaves go up there. Nice thing about leaves is they combine with the mycelia, I think is how you pronounce it, mushrooms, and you make fabric with them. So, you know, fabric's right here. Fabric is nice because you make parachutes. I'm sure that they will end up making something else later on. But, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. As far as weapons go, the only thing I've got right now is just these Xeno Basher. I really like the sound of it. It's got a nice deep whoosh. Rebar gun is nice. I played around with it for a little bit. It just doesn't seem to do enough damage, and it takes forever to reload because it's a one-shot pony. Literally, doesn't one shot, have to reload, one shot, reload, and if you miss, it sucks. So, no technology. Massive factory. Ah, peaceful, no technology. Nature, back to nature. Must build tech. So, let's see. Oh, let's go to the space elevator real quick. I built this up on this ledge here just because I wanted it, to be a focal point. Also to be able to see the, I guess people are calling it the Stingray. That big obtuse platform up there, from anywhere. And with it being as high as it is, as you saw out on the oil refinery platform, you can see the Stingray from pretty much anywhere. There are a couple places that are definitely higher. Eventually I may end up moving to those spots and getting rid of all of this and collecting up a whole bunch of stuff and, you know, moving the factory. As you can see, I've maxed out everything. Can't do anything else at the moment until they put out the update, which I think is going to be here in April. I think that's what they said, so sometime in April, maybe May. Can't remember for sure. We got a lot of YouTube videos that go over all the update schedules and everything like that. So let's see. Well, let's do this. I've got enough plastic on me and some other bits and pieces. I want to see if we can get some. Not worried about motors. See if we can work on this milestone. So I do have a couple others. We do have a alternative to a heavy modular frame, which, by the way, this recipe is fucking fantastic. I mean, it's ridiculous how simple some rubber and quick wire is, especially with having that Caterium mine over there. So just as a point of reference, your heavy modular frame, the standard recipe is right here, which is frickin' ridiculous. You have to have 9 modular frames, 15 steel pipes, 5 encased industrial beams, and 90 screws. That is ridiculous. However, because I researched with the hard drive, I can actually build it once I research it. Actually, you know what? I lied. That's the milestone cost. God damn it. I don't think I have it unlocked yet. Maybe I should do that real quick. I might have to run and go get some rubber. That's what she said. Yeah. Okay, so I do have the... Let's do that. Let's just do this real quick. Do I have enough rubber? I don't think I have any rubber. I've got plastic. But I do have some oil. Let's see if I can just make some real quick. Oh, maybe I can't. Fabric. Oh, no, I can't. There it is. And oh, I'm not going to have enough. That's okay. I'll go ahead and make it. Get rid of these out of the inventory. Wow, at least that. Get rid of that. Okay, guess it's back to the oil rig. So weird. I have no idea why that's even there. Oh, so close. And I'm just going to run it. I'm not going to worry about getting in the truck. Get my exercise and my steps in for the day. So again, I explored most of the land area around here. Try not to fall off. I haven't gone much down here. There is a slug right there. Not quite sure how I want to get it. There is a jetpack in the game. However, it is a beast when it comes to consuming fuel. So, watched a couple of videos on that. Now, they may have fixed it in today's patch, but my guess is that they haven't really touched it yet. Because I think most of the patch was for dealing with multiplayer issues. So, let's just grab a whole stack, let that finish producing. In fact, I'm going to grab this over here, just so that we have a bunch. And then, of course, I got some extra plastic. Over here real quick, and I'll just pick up some more. There we go. It's got a couple stacks of plastic and rubber. And I do have some extra Caterium, so if I need to make some more quick wire, I can. And then I know that the metals chest, I guess is what I want to call it, has a whole bunch in there as well. Oops. So I'll head back real quick. It'll be really nice once I can get all this optimized. We're gonna jump off here. See that here's the no damage. No damage. Ha! Gotcha. Still alive. Good. Nobody needs to know. Oops, wrong one. So let's do that. Let's do that. Doesn't need to go anywhere. Okay, so let's see what that actually takes now for the alternate modular frame. So 8 modular frame, 10 encased, 36 steel pipe. Good lord, it does give me 3 though. 25 concrete. This gives me 1 for 5, so 5 and 8. 5 concrete and 10, so that's double. Pipes is 36 versus 15, so a little over double. And it uses concrete instead of screws. 25 concrete, oh man, that's a lot. So this one does produce more for less, which is nice. Where can I get a stator from? Oh well. I'll run back over there real quick. I do find myself moving around quite a bit because of the fact, whoops, wrong way. Just have the stator in there, give it an extra one. Give it a help it around a little. Oh. Why is there a death icon on my... Oh, I bet you it was from my doppelganger. My evil twin. Can you see me through here? Can I see me? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You're looking at the concrete? You're looking at that abomination of conveyor belts up there. I don't know. Oops, shot. Ooh, I have an alternate to a circuit board too. That's regular wire. Let's do that one. Let's get all my alternates out of the way. So this needs 50 rubber. And I've got 84 wire, but guess what? I have a bunch over here. Yeah, so I'll just take that one. Always need wire. There's that. Sweet. Let's see what the alternate circuit board. So, regular circuit board is 12 copper wire, and 6 plastic. Gives me 1 board. Doing this, 16 rubber, 24 copper wire gives me 3. So let's see. So double the copper wire and 6 plastic. So just under 3 times as much between plastic and rubber. Now, I don't know. Rubber costs 4 barrels, plastic costs 4 barrels, but you get 3, rubber you get 4, so rubber is a better deal, even though it's 16. So if I do the math, coming from the barrel, it's basically about half. Maybe just a little bit over. So the alternate recipes are definitely the way to go, if you can find them and get them. And they are randomized. So one tip I've figured out is when you get a hard drive and it is done being researched, save your game right here before you open up the MAM and make your choice. If you don't like the choice that the MAM gives you, you exit out to the main menu, come back into your save, and choose again. The choices that it presents are RNG, so they're totally randomized based off of what you've already chosen. And so if you're looking for something in particular, you can kind of shop it. If you like the randomness of the game, you just choose whichever one you're presented with to begin with, which is what I've done. So I haven't done any type of shopping or anything like that. So, okay, let's look at our next tier. Oh, final tier 6. So this is definitely what we're going to do next. So let me go grab all the motors that I need real quick. Let's go grab that real quick, get that out of the way, and then we can work on getting some of the industrial frames And computers. So I need 100. I've already got 650. That gives me 37. So I need another 13. Let's just do that. 13. Done. 50-50. Cool. Sort that. Good. Good to go. Oh, I do know I need some of these. So let's do... Oh, don't have enough room. Let's get rid of crap. Man. Oops. Inventory space in the character is nice, but sometimes it's a real pain. So, okay, there's that. So, let's see what we need for the alternate modular frames. We need 8 of those. I have 44 of those, so I need some steel pipe. I need 50. So 50 times 8 is 400. Good lord, I need 400 of these modular frames. I need 500 of the industrial beams. Need a lot of these. 2,500, I think. No. 2,000 of these. Is that right? No, that's not right. So that's 500. Oh, 1,250. That should be what that is. So 1,250 bags of concrete. That's not an issue. I have that. And 36 times 50. That's going to be a lot. So let's do this. Let's clean up inventory real quick so I can attempt to get as much in here as I possibly can. So we'll drop everything that is not needed. Keep the plates. Why do I have rotors in here? Let's toss some rotors. Oops. Up here in storage. I do not need those right now. Keep the quick wire on me because I might need that. Steel beams, that's fine. Screws, I got a ton. Oops, ton of screws. Can I fit them in here? I can. So screws. Okay, good. Builds up my surplus anyways. Cable, I need concrete, parachute, scanner, paint gun, chainsaw. Copper wire, do I need copper wire? Man. I almost wish you could right click on these. Would be kind of helpful. Actually. I mean, this is handy, but I almost wish you could put a number in here. That way you have a fairly decent shopping list. Oops. Clear list. We don't want that. Okay, so I know I need 400 of these. I need 500 of these, and like 1,200 of the concrete. Oh my god, that's so much. So much. So let's do this. So I've got 50, 100, 200, 300. Is that right? 350 rather. 4, 5. Holy mackerel, that took up so much inventory. So much. Okay, so this one's gonna be a little easier. Let's move this in there. So I need 500, no, 400 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sort all that out. Okay. Don't think I need copper, so I'm gonna toss copper wire and cable back in here. So copper goes in there. Cable goes in there. Biofuel, yikes. Toss the biofuel in my truck. The big boy. Oh, I keep forgetting that's not a spot. Big boy truck. Keep it in there. I think I actually have some stuff in the storage on this thing anyways. Yes, I do. Which is fine. So I'll toss all my plastic. Oh man, I didn't even have to go all the way back for that stupid rubber. Just realized that. Okay, we will update this. Oh, cable didn't move. Interesting. However, let's go ahead and make the concrete out of the little bit I've got. That should take care of that limestone. Toss the rods back in its bin. And then, really, the only thing I should have in here is some of the steel product. The iron plates. And the quick wire. Which I can toss these in the chest. And that should be good. Very nice. And I can come back up and get the those products so I can make the computers. In fact, let's do this. Can I make personal storage over here? Oh, I can make it there. Man. Put it right here. Let's put it there. I can always move it later. So let's toss this in there. First, verify that that's what we need, so oh, I need 400 of these, 500 of these. God damn it. Okay, so let's just do this. So 400. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I didn't do 400. Oh no, that needed to be 5. God damn it. Okay, so 100, 200, 300, 400. Is it right? Yes. 400. It's fine. So I need. Pretty sure that's right. I'm not going to bring out my calculator and verify that because I am bad at math. So 25 times 50. Yeah, 1250. Okay. That should be easy enough. So let's break this out into 50. So now I need 1100 concrete. So let me go get my encased industrial beams, toss back some of these modular frames that I don't need. So I need another 100 of these. Done. Sweet. Okay, so let's add that. So I need 1100 of concrete. Fortunately, my concrete production is really, really good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, look at that thing. Just busting. Moving good. I probably could change this to a actually, let's go ahead and do that. Let's up it to a Mark III. The nice thing is you don't have to tear down conveyor belts to upgrade them or downgrade them. You can do that at any point as long as you have the materials to make them. So, see, now that's tier 3. Off they go. Update that one. I'll do it all the way back. There's that one. And this is why you need the steel beams. Oh, get off there. Come on. Do that, and that. And there we go. Because I've got several feeding in, this actually should work out really, really well. Because I think these are... Well, that's Mark II. That's Mark II. That's Mark II. And that's Mark II. Okay, good. So now we shouldn't actually have any bottleneck. In fact, yeah. Once these drain, I might even be able to turn this to a Mark II. Turn it back to a Mark II. Of course, I don't think they're going to drain all the way between all three of these. But this part is definitely optimized. So when these are going at full capacity, this is a Mark III. That's a Tier 1, Tier 1, 2, Mark 1, Mark 1, Mark 1. And it's just constant flowing. There's no stoppage, there's no jitter. Works out great. See, like this one. Oh, it stopped. Either which way. It's about as optimized as I could possibly get it at this time. Get a little bit of gaps in there. Oh, see, that one's fully drained. That one drained quick. And now we just have these two. But as these two empty out, this should just flow perfectly. But there is a backlog of limestone, so it is what it is. It's pretty optimized as I can get it. So, the concrete. What do I need now? I need 36 steel pipes. 36 times 50. What's 36 times 50? 36 times 50 is 1,800. Holy mackerel, that's a lot. Well, let's go see what I got. Might not be able to do all of them. Again, steel pipes are being used to create the stators. Oh, missed. I definitely do not have 15 or 1,800 pipes. So I'll steal what I got. How am I doing on these? Oh, I've got a lot of those. So let me do this. Let me turn this off for the time being. That way, all the rest of the steel will go over there. And this should help. I don't think I need motors right now either. So after this stator's done, pause it. Let that final one go, and then this can just kind of replenish. What would be really nice if they can implement it is a control panel that allows you to control all systems that you have connected to your power grid, or maybe make a network grid or something like that. To come in here and toggle and play with your configuration, so I can control my power settings for my refinery rig or my coal production from here. Be just useful. Just saying. Okay, let's get this done. See if I can get as many in here as I can. Oh, but I can't do that because I need some for room. Okay, so here we go. And now the weight. It's 16 hammers each. But that's okay. Oh, I think I may have totally overdone this. So this gives me 3 apiece. I didn't take that into account. I may not need this much. I was thinking it was a 1-to-1. I'm already halfway there. Oh my god, I definitely didn't need that much. Oh, that's freaking amazing. Okay, let's toss those in there. I don't want to lose them. Oh, that's amazing. I like it. See, alternate recipes, definitely the way to go. Actually, I have some steel. Let's just make some steel pipes. Here's my steel pipes. There it is. Oh, I can only make 2. That's not going to be useful. However, I might be able to steal some steel. Wink, wink, wink. No pun intended. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I know. Dad jokes. They're lame. Steal from here. Because there's 100. Here's another 100. And I got a thing here, so... steel pipes, 200. This might work. Yeah, I definitely didn't need all that much material. Not even close. I was thinking it was a 1-to-1 ratio type thing for each of those items. I shouldn't say 1-to-1, but all individual items that were needed for one of the frames. Okay, there we go. Well, as long as I'm here, let's do this. 15 times 3, I should actually have enough to complete this. Oh no, it's only going to give me 15 more. Okay, I see how that goes. Truck's back, dropping off some fuel. Okay, so I got 15 more. That puts me at 40. No, 39. Gives me 39. So, I mean, 75. Wondering if an overclocker might be beneficial here to bump up production. Haven't made one yet, so let's get one going. Run all the way back for a stupid slug. Okay, let's toss this in here. Yeah, 39. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, definitely did not need. Oh, maybe actually I did. Let's see, what did I use? Nope, definitely did not need to use all that. So let's just do one. Oops. Let's just do one for now. Sluggy. One power shard. Super easy. Okay. Back over here. Okay. Let's get you going. Oh, that bumps it up a lot. 22 per minute. 22 and a half per minute. That should do really well. Take that. Come back over here. Let's put some more. I only need 11 more. So there's 3, 6. Come on. Oh! Man, I need 2 more. 2 more. I have some screws. Let's do that. I'll grab a couple more screws. I've got a bunch of screws. And then I can just make the final 2. That'll work. So I needed 90 a piece. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, get out of there. Looks like weed. Okay. Let's go down here. Wait a minute. 90. Wait a minute. Oh, I still need the stupid pipes. God bless America. There's one. Get him in there. I need literally one more. Oh my god, it's so frustrating. Back to the pipes. For some reason in my mind I thought the pipes were taking the place of the screws. They definitely were not. Let's see if that's enough. I just need one more. One. I can make 3. I just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay, those are done. Let's do this. I don't need these. I'm keeping these. I do not need the modular frames anymore. Put those back. Because I was way off on my calculations. So that's that. Toss the encased industrial beams back. And I'll put my... Oh, I can't put my concrete back because... Oh, maybe I can. Let's find out. Jump right through. Yeah. Whoop, too far. Oh my god. Well, that's gonna be awkward. Okay, well, that's backing up, so that's fine. Gets me my surplus back. In my machines. Okay, so add this final one. God, that's a lot of concrete. I'm gonna just toss some of that concrete in here. I don't need that much. That's a lot of concrete. That should work. Okay, so now I need to go get my oil stuff. So we can start making computers. So I need 50 of those things. I don't believe I have any alternate plans for that, so I need a whole bunch of plastic. Might as well take the rubber and that. Those can stay, because that would be just good to have for backup, in case I get stuck and stranded. So, pop off here. Here, bounce. Oh, hit the power pole. So sad. Okay, let's see. For the computer, alternate circuit board is going to be so nice. So that's regular wire. Okay, that I am definitely using, because this only gives me 1. This gives me 3. So much better. I got plenty of that. So I need circuit boards, plastic, screws, and cables. That I have. So let me go get a whole bunch of wire. So I make circuit boards. How many do I need? 5. So I need 5 times 50. 250, is that right? Yeah, 250. Okay, so let's work on that first. I got 90. I'll just grab some inventory space. I might need more rubber. That's okay, I can always go back to the refinery and pick up some more. Alternate recipes are definitely the way to go. Okay, so that gave me 90. That's fine. So in fact, let's go ahead and make a few. So, see if we can clear up some more inventory space. Oh, made me 3. What am I missing? Oh, cable. Cable and screws. So this also helps kind of jumpstart my cable production again, which is nice. Grab some screws. Oh. So I got lots of those. Can I move you? Rather than killing you and dragging your body into the deep dark lake, no one could ever find you? Probably not. Let's see, what was I making? Computers. 15. That's not bad. Now, for those of you that are asking, this crafting bench does get hot, you know, quote, quote, hot. But I don't think it ever breaks. I don't think it slows down when it gets too warm. I haven't seen anything like that suggesting otherwise. So, okay, 18 out of 50. Not too shabby. So, let's do this. I need some rubber. Let's use, I can get 8 more. No. I get 8 more, yeah, that's right, 8 more. I have 1 left over, which I don't need because I have so many being produced. So forth. Okay. I got about another 5 minutes. I'm gonna hop off because it's getting bedtime. Do have to work in the morning. Okay. So, let's go get some more rubber and plastic. I've got 18 out of 50, which means I need 32 more. I'm just gonna run there. Makes it so much nicer. It's a nice night. Now, I have not tried jumping onto that yet. It comes so close right there that I should be able to, and then it flies down close enough to some of these other cliffs that I should be able to jump on it if I don't clip through and if it allows me. I am not sure what happens. I don't know if I want to find out. What if I die and it takes off with the rest of my inventory on its back? I'll never get any of that stuff back. Not gonna do it right now. Nope, nope, nope. It's so pretty. Except for some of this clipping right here, that's not so pretty, but close enough. Okay, getting some Rubbermaid again. Rubbermaid. I'll leave that on the conveyor belt the way it is. Oh, this is coming up pretty quick. Actually, you know what I could do? I do not have a crafting bench over here. Let's do this. Let's build one right here. Fit right there. It does. Oh my god. That is like perfect. It's so satisfying. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, here we go. Let's do alternate circuit boards. So I need a whole bunch of those. I've got enough rods, I could probably make some more screws. I did not think to actually bring screws with me here. Okay, so there's that. Let's go to screws. 276. This will help clear out my inventory anyway, so this will be useful. well, it's limited on screws at the moment. They give me another 7. Make some more. As long as I'm right here, I can pick up more plastic as it is. So make a whole bunch more circuit boards. I'll worry about the AA limiters later. I want to get this power situation dealt with. Okay, take those. Take those. Take those. While we're waiting, let's mosey up to the top. Get you guys a look at what the surrounding area looks like from up here. Careful. So again, there's my oil. There is one more oil spot over there that I have not tapped yet. It is a normal vein or normal deposit, so I'm not terribly worried about it at the moment. Oh no, it's not a really bad spot. There are some poisonous plants and flora over there. Maybe it's fauna, I don't know which one it is. I have not explored out that way yet. Really just wanted to kind of focus on getting this. Have not gone up the cliff yet either. So that's another fun thing. Again, a lot of the exploration I've done was out of necessity or because I was waiting. Well, oh, that's not gonna hurt. Okay, good. Whew. Anyways, was out of necessity or having to wait for items to be produced. That's how I found the quartz. Makes it kind of handy. Man, those are moving quick. So when all 3 of these refineries, if I did my math right, this should just flow straight in. The output I purposely did from conveyor for Mark IIIs just to get them out. That way it's pulling everything there. That the backlog is not at the refiner. So, all right, man, that's like a perfect fit. Couldn't have planned that any better. So I need screws. And this should get me 25 computers, is that right? Because I got another 7, yeah, 25. Gives me another 7. So maybe I'm not going to go to bed right away. I'm going to see if I can get the rest of this built. I will definitely just at least get the milestone done today, and then next stream we'll end up doing the build for the fuel generators. This will be very, very handy. 150 megawatts each. Just insane. Oh, I'm gonna cut that short. Dang. Alley-oop. Okay. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I need screws. And as I know whoever's going to watch this is going to say, your layout sucks. I know. It's horrible. It's abysmal. However, this was the first time on this map, and didn't really learn from mistakes. You know, build vertically, not horizontally, like I've been doing. That's one reason why that bus is stacked. So you live and learn. Again, I'll end up redoing all of this later. Ooh, I can do another 7 computers. Gonna need some more cable. I think that's gonna be my next choke point. And the circuit boards. So let's make some more circuit boards. Gives me 14, so I need 32 more total. Okay, so let's get some cable. gone. What? Oh, plastic. Son of a gun. Need more plastic. Okay, let's go back. Okay, you know what? I am tired. Sick and tired of jumping on this stupid thing. Let's make it look pretty. Nope, not there. There and there. Let's do. Do I have one under there? Nope. Okay. That should be better. Yes. So satisfying. That has got to be the name of the whole thing that they came up with this. Couldn't use Factorio. It's already been used. And this is just so much prettier. It really is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really like Factorio. One of the first min-max games and resource games that I've ever played. It's been great. Even, you know, with multiplayer makes it even better. But this, you just feel more immersed. You're not looking at a top-down view with, you know, sad to say, horrible graphics. You know, Factorio was never about the graphics. It's always about the gameplay. And it did the gameplay fantastic. But it just wasn't the best. This looks pretty. This runs really, really smooth. So I'm quite happy. Okay. So I don't need an AI limiter. Make a whole bunch more. See, there go the barrels. If I end up having extra circuit boards, that's not the end of the world. 13. So let's see, I've got 14 here. If I do 13, let's do this real quick. I needed a total of 32 left. A couple of 27, which means I need another 5 more. Let's see where my bottleneck is. I think it's going to be plastic again. Yeah, plastic and wire. So I might have to make circuit board. Oh nope, I still need wire. But I also need wire for this. No, I don't. Why did I think I needed wire? Huh, I don't know. Well, let's see if I can get 5 more. Let's see if I can get. Oh, okay, get down from there. There's another 40. So these get generated pretty darn quick. I mean, just in that short time, I had 80 rubber made. All the way down. Computer. I am out of plastic. Actually, it was a dummy and didn't grab any. 42. Best number ever. 42. Got it again. Well, I guess I can scan for copper real quick. It might be here. Another better resource, maybe? That's back at base. Oh, we got a kilometer that way. And that's one of the other kilometers from the base, so half a click back. Again, Blade Runner's making this so much faster. Just as an example, let's take off the Blade Runners. That water sound just kicked in right away, freaked me out. this is normal running. So here's not running. This is just, you know, standard W key, pressing forward. This is running. Here's a jump. Little piddly jump. I'll get on this so that you can see. So, little piddly jump. Piddly. Run, walk, run, walk. Okay. Go back here. And then I'll put on the Blade Runners. Blade Runners. Jump. Way higher. Almost twice as high. Oops. At least 50% higher. At least. Running. There's running. Walking is still the same. So it has no effect on walking whatsoever. Running. Huge difference. And when you run and jump, it's fantastic. Go pop. I get very little fall damage. I have managed to actually take damage, but I mean it was falling like from really, really tall height. Maybe about that high, from top of there down to there. Could be wrong. Okay, let's deposit these computers real quick. I should need maybe 5 more. Okay, let's 3 more. Oh man, I only need 3 more. Okay, let's get the copper. I need grab one of those. Let's grab some more screws because I think I'm going to be missing a bit of those. Let's do half a stack. What was there? I just need 3 more. 3 more. Okay. Let's make... Wait. Let's do this right. So 5. I've got 1 left, so I need 14 circuit boards. Is that right? 14 circuit boards. I can do 9 here. And I should be able to do 3 here. 1, 2, 3. That give me 14? 13. Is that right? 14. Perfect. No, I forgot plastic. Son of a... Oh, okay. It'd be so nice when I can get those piped over here. Piping it would just make my day. Now, should I pipe it through, or should I use a truck? I'm thinking with this gap here. I mean, this is no... Oh boy. This is no small gap. This is a very, very large chasm. Very large. So, whoops. Hit my mouse. Super sensitive. Zipped it right along. Okay. So... let's get some more plastic real quick. And then I think we might have all the computers we need. In fact, I'm going to grab some more rubber too. Because I've used everything I've got. There we go. Okay, let's go get these. Get this puppy out of here. Oh yeah, look at that, a lot more. Oh wait, I already have those. What am I missing? Should be fine. Maybe a cable? 2. Oh no, circuit boards. It is circuit boards. 3. We did it. We did it. Let's get back. Let's send that puppy up. And we'll be ready for tomorrow. Heck yeah. Jump, no spin. Oh. Well, no, that was a spin. 360, no scope. it the other way. 360 no scope. Look at that. Good. Okay, let's boogie off this. Jump over here. Let's plug these puppies in. Done. Oh my god, done. So nice.
Milestone reached. The fuel generator will match power generation to the increased consumption of recently acquired technologies in buildings. Additionally, improved conveyor belts can now be constructed.
Oh, that's right, Mark IVs? Wow. 450 per minute. Holy mackerel. Oh, also, this is a thing. So you can split your conveyor belts into 3. It's a splitter. And you can actually build rules. This is what Factorio would call a filter. So you can set a rule for which part go on the left and the right. The forward one will be the same, whatever's left over. So basically have 3 items enter into it. When it enters, you can choose the right and left, and then the remainder of whatever else is not chosen would go forward. So you have to kind of plan it carefully and make sure you're doing it right, but it's built-in logic in the game, so that's very, very handy. I don't have the need for it yet because I've got everything single-threaded into their own containers, but eventually, especially when you get into the larger containers, that holds up to 48 slots, you can start doubling up, especially seeing as it's a double high container, and being able to pull, toss in all of your items for a recipe into one container is just fantastic. And then you use your smart splitter to pull it out and put it to wherever it needs to go. So just makes it super, super easy. Lots of great stuff you can do with this. And as far as power, I now have the fuel generator. Okay, let's show you how big this is real quick before I sign off for the night. Okay, so this is a 3x3 right here. This thing is massive. I mean, it's huge. But it looks like it would be fairly easy to make because, I've got plenty of motors. I'm not worried about motors at all. And then the reinforced modular frames or enhanced modular frames. Super easy to do. So that will work out very, very well. All right. So, gonna head off for the night. You guys have any questions or anything, feel free to leave comments. Go back over here to my tower. Overlook everything, my kingdom. So this is everything. Hope you guys enjoyed. We will talk to you next time. Have a good one.